time to waste.
Welcome back to Tight Kicks for a brand new video. This week we're going to be talking a little bit differently on the channel. I've had so many shoes come in over the autumn winter season and I haven't had an opportunity to really review any of them. So I thought it was a good chance to sort of have a look over 4 main pairs that I've picked up over autumn and winter that you probably wouldn't want to wear in autumn and winter. Now let me explain myself. The reason I say that is because of their particular colorways. Now some of these shoes have come out in other colorways, but these particular ones were destined by the brands to release at these particular times, giving people not that much opportunity, particularly where I'm from in the UK, to really want to rock them for very long, if at all. The weather just doesn't allow it.
Thousands have been built here over the...
So let's get into it. Pair number 1. I managed to get my hands on these, which are the Yeezy Quantum Lifestyle in the Quantum colorway. I've been super excited for these for absolutely ages, and to finally get my hands on these amazing shoes, I'm just over the moon, considering that these released quite some time ago, way back at the beginning of this year, and they were at All-Star Weekend in the US, in Chicago, and no one ever knew if these would ever drop. Now I managed to get my hands on a pair actually of the bariums, and I didn't have a chance to even review those. So realistically, these are the OGs, and we always go with those. So a couple of interesting facts about this particular shoe. It's a basketball shoe, or basketball sort of esque shoe. It's a mid, and it's also got a couple of interesting things about it. So they did make a performance version of this particular shoe. This shoe came out quite some time ago now in terms of a worldwide release, and again in limited quantities. Sadly, in my opinion, I feel like having them for a couple of months, you've noticed the prices have just dropped off a cliff. There's something about the Quantums that people have just totally decided they're not into anymore, which is such a shame, because we had the teal drop not too long ago and they just didn't sell out. Really gutted that that's the way the Quantums have gone, but so far wearing my bariums have been one of the most comfortable shoes I've been wearing for some time. Really enjoy the Yeezy Quantum, and I'm going to be rocking these when the weather is a little bit better. Now don't get me wrong, this video is a little bit on the fly. It's definitely one that's a little bit closer to a live stream than a proper review of all these shoes. It's just a shame that I've not managed to do a proper in-depth of any of these, but I just thought you guys might be keen to see what pairs I've had over the last few months. Now if you do like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Tight Kicks for more trainer content and other content. I've been doing vlogs, mask reviews, all kinds of things. That's what I do, different types of content, particularly around the kind of sports brands. And let's get into sneaker number 2. So here they are. These are the Yeezy 380 Calcite. Now these are insanely bright, and they also have one really interesting difference to any other Yeezy that's dropped before in the 380 model. This glows in the dark. So as you can remember, a while ago, way early in 2020, I managed to get my hands on a pair of the original 380s, the Alien colorway, which is still one of the best colorways to ever release as a 380. The only downside is that Yeezy decided to go down a different route in terms of the colorways they were going to release, and went through the Mists and a couple of other ones like the Oat, and they just really didn't set the world on fire. Now, in all honesty, if they had dropped these earlier on in their run for people who didn't manage to get hold of a pair of the Aliens, I definitely think these would have sold out, but they just weren't as popular as people hoped. Again, it's always sometimes quite good to get hold of shoes and hold them for a while before doing any kind of review. It's kind of the same old. People get hold of brand new releases, or they get them early. They don't give them the chance to settle into the market and see what happens to them. This was supposed to be a pretty heat drop, and they just didn't. They kept restocking, and I think it is because the 380 has just not got that popularity the 350 commands. So what next? Well, we've got the Onyx colorway coming soon, and I think that as an all black, majority black shall I say, with a gum sole coming out very soon. They probably should have dropped those second or third at the very least to these. This is probably one of my favourite Yeezys to drop of the year, and yes, one of the best in terms of I missed out on the 350 V2 glows, so I'm super happy to get my hands on these. Now, if you want to see a review of the 380s, go and check out my Mist review or my Aliens review, and pretty much the same apart from they don't glow. But they are probably one of the most comfortable Yeezys you can wear. With the amount of boost in the midsole, you really are going to have a comfortable ride. Next was one of the most hotly anticipated sneakers of 2020. We saw a lot of early previews of these, and a few people managed to get them early, and somehow they just seem to just delay and delay and delay. But we finally managed to get our hands on these. These are the Sacai Vapor Waffle, sequel to the previous Waffles and an all new design. This one is the fuchsia colorway. It's got sail blue accents, and these are all round ultra hype shoes. They've got this kind of Balenciaga kind of vibe, two shoes strapped together, and that's why everything seems to be doubled. As you can see here, you've got double swooshes, you've got basically a crazy double sole, and a strange heel like on the previous editions. So this new Waffle has got so many things going for it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. They are huge. I've got the previous editions of the Sacai's, and they fit really well. These, on the other hand, feel enormous on my feet. So as it stands at the moment, it's a little bit of a hit and miss. Don't know when to wear them. We'll have to wait for the weather again to change to wear these. But they did drop them in the black and white colorway, so if you were lucky enough to get a pair of them, congratulations. It's got all those different hints that the previous Sacai had. 2 pairs of laces, 2 tongues, 2 swooshes, 2 soles. It's 2 shoes just smashed together. It's a really, really cool collaboration with Nike and Sacai, and we'll see what's going to come out in the future. And last but not least are something I've been waiting for quite a considerable amount of time. I saw them release preview images a little while ago, and if you aren't aware, I am a big fan of the New Balance 327s. And I've been waiting for this particular pair that's come in this incredibly cool and very, very different box to the previous versions. And if you can see here, it's the New Balance Casablancas. Let's get inside the box. These are the most recent pair that I've managed to get my hands on, and they are a 327 with a difference. So here it is. This is the New Balance 327 Casablanca in the white and green colorway. Gone is the furry suede for a more traditional short cream suede around majority of the shoe, with a really soft leather that's perforated on the sides, and we've got the 327 logo on the back stitched in a really nice coloured green. Overall, if you haven't seen a 327, then this is probably one of the hottest silhouettes of 2020 and one of the newest silhouettes for New Balance. I really love this exaggerated huge N on the side of it, and if you haven't seen my Castlerock colorway review, I'll leave a link in the description below and a link above as well. Overall, this is a collaboration with Casablanca Tennis Club, which are a French fashion brand that really embodies that kind of tennis vibe aesthetic, a cool luxe leisure wear vibe. The brand was founded by Shiraf Tajir. A couple of interesting things: you've got some really nice gold aglets on the end of the laces, you've got this perforated material which is very, very soft, and I'm kind of guessing a highly premium leather-esque style material, and you've got the New Balance branding on the inside of the heel counter. Everything else is pretty standard. You've got a white waffle sole on the underside, and they're just super comfy. If you haven't owned a pair of the New Balance 327s yet, I definitely recommend you getting your hands on some. Now let's have a little look at these shoes a little bit close up, and let's check them out on feet. So that was it. These were a quick look over the autumn and winter shoes I managed to pick up, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to Thai Kicks, and I will see you very soon for more videos.